Hi, my name is Priya and I'm from DAT Duo A.
Hi, my name is Sri Adishankari.
My name is Shashwini Anaparpanbu.
My name is Humayal Suri.
My name is Aarti Kalaswan, and in this video, our group will be discussing about video 1. The first question is the issues highlighted from the video. The second question is the problem of macroeconomics. The third is the macroeconomic policy to overcome the macroeconomics problem. And the last is the role of central banks and commercial banks plays in managing economic stability.
The main issue from the based on video 1 is balancing inflation control and economic growth. The video from the economists explain how central banks like the US Federal Reserve or the European Central Bank use interest rate to increase the control inflation. When inflation rises, central bank raise interest rates to the control down the economic. So let's see how raising interest rates work. More expensive borrowing. Let's see, higher interest rates make it more costly to borrow money, especially for individuals, like loans and mortgages. If we see into the business, acts like investing in new projects. Second is less spending and investment. Since borrowing is more expensive, people and companies tend to spend and invest less. Third one is lower demand. With less spending, the demand for goods and service fall, which helps reduce the inflation. So let's see into the problem that highlighted issue in this video. While this strategy can reduce inflation, it also brings serious risk. Okay. Now, slower economic growth. Less spending and investment means business grow more slowly or even shrink. Second is job losses. Companies may stop hiring or lay off workers. Recession risk. If rates go too high so fast, it can push the economy into a recession. It's called a period of an economic decline. So the core issue in this trade-off is central bank must raise interest rates enough to control inflation, but not so much that they damage the economic.
I'm going to talk about the problems of macroeconomics. The video we are focusing on today is how does raising interest rates control inflation? Macroeconomics focuses on major economic issues like inflation, unemployment, economic growth, and business cycle fluctuations. One tool used to manage these problems is the interest rate. According to the video, how does the raising interest rates control inflation? Increasing interest rates helps reduce inflation by making borrowing more expensive and saving more attractive. This leads to less spending, which lowers demand and helps stabilize prices. While this helps control inflation, it can also lead to other problems. Reduced spending may slow down economic growth and increases unemployment. A business cut costs. If rates are raised too much, it may even trigger a recession, affecting the stability of the business cycle. In short, raising interest rates is effective for controlling inflation, but it must be used carefully to avoid causing other macroeconomic issues.
My question is the macroeconomic policy to overcome the macroeconomic problems. The main macroeconomic problems discussed in the video is inflation, which occurs when prices of goods and services rise, reducing the purchasing power of money. To tackle this, the monetary policy is used as a tool. Monetary policy involves action taken by the central bank to control the money supply and interest rate in the economy. In this case, the policy used is raising interest rates. When inflation is high, central banks increase interest rates to reduce spending and borrowing in the economy. Higher interest rate make loans like home loans, car loans and business loans more expensive. As borrowing becomes more costly, both consumers and businesses spend less. With less demand in the economy, the price pressure reduces and inflation starts to decrease. This policy helps to control inflation, maintain price stability, and ensure long-term economic growth and stability. It is an effective way to cool down an overheated economy without directly interfering with the market.
My question is the role of central bank and commercial bank in managing economic stability. Central banks and commercial banks play vital roles in maintaining economic stability, especially during periods of inflation or recession. The central bank is the primary institution responsible for monetary policy, such as Bank Negara Malaysia and Federal Reserves. One of its key tools in interest rate. By raising interest rates, the central bank aims to reduce borrowing and spending, which helps slow down inflation. It also controls the money supply, manages inflation targets, and ensures the financial system remains stable and liquid. The central bank acts independently from the government and provides a long-term strategy to maintain price stability and economic growth. And the next part is commercial bank. Commercial banks are the link between the central bank and the general bank. When the central bank raises the base interest rate, commercial bank adjusts their loan and deposit interest rate accordingly. This affects consumers directly. It will affect by higher interest rate make loans more expensive, such as home loans and personal loans. And saving more attractive, which discourage excessive spending by influencing borrowing and saving behavior. Commercial banks help carry out the central bank's policies objectives.